Hello, hi friends. This is Sibendra Mallick from Blastastick.com. So let me give you a brief who am I? And before that, today's video is all about 12 dumbest mistakes I have done as an entrepreneur in India. Like dumbest mistakes, really dumbest mistakes I have done as an entrepreneur. So this mistakes, like I will tell you, I will recommend you just go through the video till the end of the video, and you will understand like this all these points, okay, and it might help you in your business. So basically this video is for somebody who's thinking of starting a business, or basically they are running a business, or if they're struggling in a small startup, like they have actually recently started and they're struggling with their business. So to come up with a solution, this video can help them out. Okay, now let me give you a brief of who am I and what we are doing. So in short, okay, let's not take this for too long. I'm just giving you a brief, and then we will start with the 12 dumbest mistakes which you can avoid as an entrepreneur in India. So we are basically wow.blogsystic.com, where our agenda is to connect the talent, the people who are good with photo shoot, the people who are good with video recording, the people who are good with painting, sketches. So all this talent, okay. So all this talent are actually coming there and portraying their like skills. Even a content writer is portraying their skills, and here is like the business. Like the business people come and checks out the content of the talent, right? So here we are trying to connect, because we all know like talent and business go hand in hand. Like if a talent is actually sponsored by a brand, so it's like promotion of both ways, right? So that is where we are helping. And the next thing is like another thing, what a small product we are selling is like we are believing everybody is actually trying to sell. Everybody is trying to sell either that product or the service, right? So the people who you see like are selling their products in Amazon are selling their products, but the people who are working in big companies, big MNC companies, are also selling the services in return of salary. So we are thinking like everybody is actually selling. So in that scenario, we can help somebody to get their site online, like to get their help their product or services to sell online through technicalfunding.com. The technical funding is like we are providing e-commerce for you. Like you can sell, if you're good at photography, you can sell your photographs, copyrights. If you are good at cooking, you can sell your food from there. So it is all about you, your brand, like how to make your brand more successful, more like floating. Like the people must come to know about you, so that they buy products from you, right? So that is all about technical funding. So this is the brief, and now we will start with the 12 best mistakes. Okay, to start with, I'll say the number one is more expense and less income. More expense and less income. Actually, I mean to say, like when we started this business near about 2 years back, we were having a good mode of income, and our expense were less. But as we grew up, as we were getting more clients, we became like, okay, we need to scale up, so we need to have more people, we need to have more people on board. So we hurried up so much that I started spending on people, I started spending on office spaces, I started spending on too many internet connections. So like scaling up is fine, but without having a proper savings and without having a proper income, you cannot just simply start spending. So what happened is like I started taking loans from my sister, I started taking loans from my friends, and my debt increased, my income decreased because of too much of tension. I was unable to concentrate on the marketing, and our expense increased. Slowly and steadily it was increasing. So a downsize was required, limiting the expense was required. So I should have done proper, or like in that time, a proper management of expense. Okay. Now the second point is also related to this. So when you are having income, and okay, second point is like investors must have clarity. Like whomsoever is trusting you, even people whom you are lending money, they must have clarity like what you are doing and by what time they will get your money back. And you need to make sure like, okay, if you're taking money, you will have to give them back. So a proper mission, vision statements, you need to show them up, and you need to tell like how is the progress happening, and a proper transparency is required if you are lending money from your investors or your friends. Third point. Third point is is about heavy website and third-party tools. Okay, so most of us think like, okay, a beautiful website is there. Many people will get connected to that, and it's wow, it's wonderful. But do you really think like Google is very wonderful, very good looking? No, it's the power of the functionality, right? So here the point is like, if somebody is coming to your site and staying there, it's not because your website is too beautiful. And if somebody is coming and is unable to open the website because it is too heavy, so many images are there, then it is like you are increasing your bounce rate of the website. Bounce rate means like people are trying to open but they are unable to open, so your bounce rate becomes high. So in short, you lose your Alexa rank. So keep the website very much light and keep the website very much functional. Like people must like the contents, people must like the functionalities, people must be able to engage themselves in the website. So it's not about very beautiful and heavy website, right? Number 4. A very beautiful website is a plus point, obviously. But beautiful website but no randomness in a homepage is something like which is very much boring, right? So people, when they come to your site and they check it out like, okay, website is very beautiful, they are explaining everything, but they don't have randomness. Like we used to have randomness in our website, in the first website, and then I started A/B testing. Like A/B testing is like you try this and you try this out and see which one is performing better. So in that moment, we tried to make it very much simple. Like if you want to actually purchase our content, then you need to go to the content segment, or else you can see what all our services are there. So that was like very much disappointing for our like customers, the viewers who were coming. So in the website, when you don't have randomness, when you don't have too many articles to show, sometimes it becomes boring for your clients and they might go, right? So because of that, our Alexa rank was near about 30,000 in India. So it dropped like drastically, just because our site were heavy, and this one is like there was no randomness. All this A/B testing we have done, so we suddenly lost all the rank. So again analyzing like, okay, can we bring back this rank again? So yes, we were able to. Right now it's near about 60,000 in India. So we were able to like understanding these mistakes and then rectifying it was the solution. So I was just recommending, don't repeat the mistake, because it will cost you near about 6-7 months to recover that. It took us near about 6-7 months to recover that Alexa Indian rank. And why it is important? I think you know that, because if you have good Alexa rank, a good Alexa rank means like you are performing okay with your traffic generation, you're performing good in Google search, so everything counts, and you are able to retain your people. The people are coming and they are staying in your website. So all these points are actually important. Okay, now, so fifth point, no proper interviews. So most of the time, as we excel, as we grow, we feel like we must have more people on board. We need somebody very much urgently. The digital marketing people is not there, so I need to have that the sense of urgency comes. So in that moment, when the sense of urgency is coming, you need to hire. So what happened is like I went outside while I was having tea. Suddenly a guy told like, I'm very good at coding. I said, okay, come tomorrow and join us. I will give you near about this much as salary. I said, okay, fine. So after 2-3 days, I analyzed that guy was not good. What I mean to say, like, nobody is good or bad, but in a startup, we don't have time to teach somebody from the scratch. So if my requirement is this and that guy knows this, it is very much risky, because by the time he learns this much also, half of the time is already gone. So before you hire somebody, make sure that guy is at least having 40 to 50% to 60% of the knowledge of like that skill set, particular skill set you want to hire. Else you are going to lose your time, invest money on that guy as well as time on that guy, and after a few days you will understand, okay, I will have to fire somebody, so this is the guy, so you have already invested time and money on that guy, so shall I fire him because you are not having that much of revenue? So all these things will happen for sure. So get a guy and get a good trainer as well. If you can train a guy in very quick span of time, that is a better solution. But if that guy is a slow learner, then your business will suffer. Okay, so this is one of my best topic. Number 6 point is like offline marketing versus online marketing. Now I know like most of you as entrepreneurs of this new generation, they are believer of online marketing, like go digital India, right? So here it's like most of the time I felt like, okay, shall I get people? See, I'm a believer of offline marketing as well, because when you do face-to-face meeting, when you are actually looking at the eyes of your customer, there is more chances of closing the deal. But over the phone, it's very difficult to make somebody understand. But you can have like suppose sitting at home, you can get near about 100 prospect clients, but going outside you will have near about let us assume like 5 prospect clients, right? But still I will say like making 5 people getting convinced is more easy. Like making if I sit and if I talk, there is 90% of chances of closing the deal. I will understand the perspective. But here in this online marketing world, it's like, see, here the main thing is also related to the hiring. Like if you hire a very good guy and he's very good at online marketing, so you need to know whom to put where. If a guy really knows how to talk well over the phone, you get him into the online marketing. If a guy really knows how to get leads from websites and is very much consistent in pasting the post in Facebook and YouTube, then get that guy into the online. And if somebody is very much good at their skills, their presentation skills, and understanding the perception and like closing the deal, then you put it into the offline. Okay, so this is the point, like there must be a stability between the online marketing and offline marketing, and which people to put where. So that is very much important, right? Next point is like laziness and procrastination. Okay, so laziness, as you can see, like most of the startups, they are lazy. Like I'm also a little bit lazy. Okay, being lazy is somehow good, like you find the shortest path. Okay, but there is no shortcut for delivering what you have promised to a client. So you need to be consistent, you need to follow a proper time schedule, you need to be like delivering them the projects on time. So here only we have I will not like lie here, we actually delayed many projects because of laziness, because of procrastination. Like okay, in 2 months I'm going to deliver, but it took me about 4 months to deliver. So it's like too much of loss of time. So this loss is not only of your client, it's also of you, because you're not delivering it on time, you're not getting the money on time, and that is how you are suffering, right? So don't be lazy, and always maintain your sheets, like that CRM sheets, and always give them the time and tell them, update them the status, like okay sir, we have delivered this, okay sir, we have delivered this, by this time you will be getting the delivery. If any problem is coming, be transparent to your clients as well, like this problem is coming and we are going to take at max 4 days, not more than that. So stick to your promise with what you have kept. Okay, number 8 point is dependency. Now what I mean to say by dependency is like sometimes we trust one of our employee too much, sometimes we trust our vendor too much, sometimes we trust our clients too much, so we don't cross check with them. So like a client might be like busy, okay, so every time he's busy means like he's trying to avoid you the payment, right? So and sometimes the employees, like sometimes like you trust one employee so much that okay, he's assuring you, sir, I will do this delivery, by this time you will get to see the delivery, but the business is yours. If something is to be blamed, it's you, not your employees, right? So you need to cross check, you need to every time sit beside them, and don't have that much of dependency. Little bit of dependency and leveraging is good, but not cross checking with them is not Good. Like you need to cross check with them every day. You need to sit with them at least for 15 minutes to 1 hour and let them know like, okay, this is our goal, why you are not able to achieve that in time, and then if they are having some problem, how can we come up with a solution as a team, and what is the ETA, expected time of arrival. So everything you must know and you must cross check with them. Okay. Number 9 point is like panic. Okay, so it was told in the movie Chasing Mavericks, like fear is healthy and panic is deadly. So if you know like something is going to happen which is wrong, and you know that, that is good, but that decision, like you cannot take the decision that time. You are having so much of panic, like will I be able to do this, will I be able to do that, will I be able to pay the salary, will I be able to deliver this. So this time when you go panic, I'm telling you, it doesn't help you, it screws you very badly. So always know, always try to know. We cannot know everything, but always try to know, okay, this might happen. Like prediction, a prediction can actually help you. Okay. So emotional and getting emotional, number 10 point. Okay, number 10 point, getting emotional and saying yes. So what happened is like one guy actually told me like my sales was actually going down, very down. My sales was going down, and one guy told like, hey dude, I'm very good at sales, I did this, I did that. So I was highly impressed with that. I like, wow, this guy did so many things. Good man, then he will obviously help me out. So I got emotionally very much excited and say yes, and I paid him good advance. Okay, and what happened after 1 week? He's not lifting up my phone, and I'm unable to get my money back. So I lost that money. Okay, another example is like one of my employee was telling like, okay, I have marriage of sister next month, so I need this much of money. So that time already a crisis was happening in the company. So if I put the money from my like our company's account to him, it will like we were already suffering, and again put more pressure on your business. See, calculated risk is fine. Like if you are able to help that guy, it's fine. But putting your business at risk and helping others is not at all fine, right? 11th point is don't kill your old legs. So what happened is like few days before, like near about 1 year before, when we created many articles, there were many links, right? Like people used to search this, and from Google they used to come to our site. So what we did, because as we say, like we did many A/B testing, whether this performs good or that performs good. So that time we lost many old links. That time we lost many old good links. Okay, so what happened is like it affected our Alexa, it affected our Google Drive. So don't kill your old links while doing experimentations, because when somebody clicks on the links and they see like 404 no page found, it doesn't look good, as well as Google doesn't recommend that. And number 12 is like asking less than what we deserve. Like it is mostly there in the services sector. Okay, so what happens is like when a particular delivery or the cost of the project must be 3 lakhs, and they are somehow convincing us, no, it can be done in 1.5 lakhs. So what happens is like you are getting close, right? So because you need the money, you will say yes, and then you will have to suffer, because most of the startups, what they're doing, because to survive in this competition, they will say yes. Now they won't be able to give the delivery in that time. They won't be able to survive properly. So what they will do is like they will take more projects. Now they will overburden themselves, and they won't be able to deliver any of the projects in time. So what happens is like you're losing your reputation. It's like you're losing the money also, because you won't be able to give the delivery in time. That's all. Anyways, people, if you liked it, do like, share and subscribe in Blastistic, and stay wow and stay Blastistic. So if you're thinking like how to pronounce Blastistic, it's very simple. It's like statistic, right? Similarly, Blastistic. And what is the meaning of Blastistic? Is like wow, fantastic, Blastistic, right? Yo, so do subscribe, as well as press that bell button, because we will be coming up with many videos. And do like, share, subscribe, and recommend it to your friends if you found this content really helpful for you. If you really found it helpful for you, right? Yo, bye bye. Thank you.